Good morning, friends. Myself is Professor M.R. Prajapati from Ahmedabad Arts and Commerce College. Here is my co-speaker, Professor Hiral Jani from Narayan College of Commerce, Ahmedabad. Business letters, letter writing techniques. Dear friends, the present age is an age of science and technology. The new technology has crept into each and every field of life, such as education, commerce, industry, agriculture, transportation, communication, and so on. The advancement in the new technology, particularly in the field of transportation and communication, has shrunk the world at such an extent that the world has become a village, a global village. Formerly, the message that used to take days or sometimes months together to reach the destination now can reach at any corner of the world very next moment, and that too with utmost clarity. Telegrams, telephones, fax, emails, etc. are not less than a miracle of the modern technology in the field of communication. They transmit the messages not only at the speed of lightning, but also with the utmost clarity. They maintain the clarity with the detachment of camera. Friends, in the past, different types of letters were written to communicate with one another, such as friendly letters, social letters, family letters, business letters, etc. But the storm of modern technology has swept away almost all the traditional means of communication. Fortunately, only the business letter has stood firm at its place even today. It has still retained its importance in the field of business. Rather, it is a backbone of communication in business because no business can run smoothly in its absence. The complete circle of events in business, from the inquiry to the collection of payment, move around the business letter like the beads into a thread. A business letter is a means for the businessman to communicate with the world outside. It helps the manufacturer to sell the product. It also helps the customers in finding out the proper markets from where they can buy the goods. A business letter is a true ambassador, an advocate, an agent, and a representative. It builds up relations, creates relations, maintains them, and thus promotes business. Business letter is more convenient and cheaper than the other means of communication for the businessman. It helps to keep the record of communication. In short, it is a lifeblood of commercial world or the modern business. Friends, such is the importance of a business letter. Therefore, nobody can afford to remain careless in its drafting. A specific kind of technique has been developed that guides us about the layout of a business letter with its regular and occasional parts, the appearance of a business letter. But all these things talk about the outward beauty of a business letter. They don't offer any guarantee to the internal beauty of a letter, the beauty of the body of a letter particularly. This is the problem. But the remedy of this problem lies in the 7 C's of a business letter. To communicate effectively, one has to follow these scientific principles. They have come out as a result of research of years. They readily answer the question how to make a business letter more effective. They are: number 1, correctness; number 2, clarity; number 3, conciseness, number 4, concreteness, number 5, completeness, number 6, courtesy, and the last is consideration. Friends, now I would like to switch over the topic to Hiralben.
Good morning, friends. Our Professor Prajapati has enough given importance of business letter. Now let us talk about techniques of writing business letter, how to make a business letter effective. He has given 7 points to make business letter effective. 7 C's as per expert plays a major role in making business letter very effective. Let us talk about the C's in detail, 7 C's of business letter in detail. The first C of the 7 C's, the first C of 7 C's is correctness. Correctness of business letter is very effective, plays a major role to make a business letter effective. Now, how a letter should be correct? Expert has advised the letter should be correct in its 3 aspects. Let us look over the slide. Correctness of language is very important, correctness of form, and correctness of content. Correctness of language plays a major role in business letter. A language should be correct. While writing a letter, one should take utmost care of the language during letter writing. It becomes very essential to write letter in a correct language. Incorrect language distracts the reader's attention. It spoils the entire conversation. It spoils the entire communication. That is why language plays a very important role to make a business letter effective. Now, how to make language correct? What are the common errors in language? Let us see one by one. The rules of grammar. The rules of grammar plays a major role. Punctuations, homophones, spellings should be taken care while writing a letter. The rules of grammar includes all kinds of rules, tenses, prepositions, punctuation marks should be taken care. Let us look at an example. If someone writes, "We sent you 500 copies of book within a week." Now look at the word sent. Sent shows the past tense. Here we want to say that we are going to send. The sentence should be written in future tense, future form. The correct sentence is, "We will send you 500 copies of book within a week." So the change of tense changes the entire aspect of time. It changes the meaning. Again, look at the word week. W-E-A-K, week. That is pale, illness. The correct word is W-E-E-K. So correct use of homophones. Such words are known as homophones. Correct use of homophones are also very important. Homophones means in English language there are many words which have almost same pronunciation, but the spelling and the meaning differs. So the word should be used correct in its context. Homophones should be taken care. Even spelling mistakes of proper noun should be taken utmost important. If you commit spelling mistake of names, if someone writes your name wrong, don't you get annoyed, right? You get annoyed. So proper noun should be taken care while writing. Correct spelling of names should be taken care. Next is punctuations should be taken care at the same time. Let us look example of homophones again. We should use good quality of steel. S-T-E-A-L, steel, has totally different meaning. Here in this context, S-T-E-E-L, steel is the correct word. That should be taken care. Next example. We taste the fan before packing them. We never taste the fan. We test the fan. Such words should be used very accurately. Such homophones should be used very accurately. And that is why the correctness of spellings, correctness of homophones is very important in business letter. If you commit such mistake, it creates very wrong impression, very bad impression of the writer. Correctness of punctuation. Punctuation marks should be correctly used. Punctuation mark decides changes the sense. The position of punctuation marks changes the sense. Look at the sentences. The managing director said the chairman is full. Just because of change in punctuation mark, look at the other sentence which change the entire meaning. The managing director said the chairman is a fool. Here in first sentence the word is spoken by the managing director. Managing director is saying the chairman is a fool. But in second sentence, as we have changed the position of punctuation mark, it changes the entire meaning. So the position of punctuation also decides the meaning of content. That should be taken care. That is also very important in business letter. Correctness of form is again very important. Business letter should be appealing, very much appealing in its content. When we, in just first look, it should be very much appealing. Nowadays, no one writes handwritten business letter. Computerized business letter has been written. So correct font type should be there. Correct font size should be used. Paragraphs, margins, spacing, layout should be taken care, should be taken utmost care. That makes letter appealing, that makes letter very effective. At the same time, untidy appearance with corrections creates poor impression of a company. Another important thing in business letter is correctness of content. Content is the heart of a business letter. The entire correspondence depends on its content. The actual information, the actual message lies in content. So content should be very much correctly used. One should be very much accurate while using the facts and figures in the content of business letter. The proper name of the firm, proper address of the firm, date, salutation, everything should be, very much accurately used. Even the wrong content creates confusion. It creates chaos in reader's mind. Let us again look an example. Information used in letter should be accurate. Date, price, amount should be very much correctly used. Inaccuracy in content leads to embarrassing situation. Therefore, correctness of content is very much important. Let us see example how the incorrect content create chaos. Look at the first sentence. Kindly send us 5,000 t-shirts. Actually, the writer means 500 t-shirt, but he has just added one more zero by mistake. That creates confusion, that creates waste of time, that leads to waste of time. The entire communication, the entire correspondence is wasteful here just because of addition of one zero by mistake. So correctness of content is very much useful, is very much essential. Correctness of date again. Goods will be delivered on 15th Feb 2011. Here just by mistake the date has been changed. Instead of 2012, if writer writes 2011, it again creates confusion regarding date. So correctness of content while writing is very much important. Date should be written correctly. The description of product should be given correctly. The number of items should be given correctly. That is why it's very important to use the correctness, to use accuracy in the correctness of letter. The second important C is clarity. Second C stands for clarity. Now, how to make business letter clear? The first and utmost thing is to avoid vague and ambiguous statements. Be specific rather being general. Don't give general statements. Be very particular while writing. General statement, vagueness creates again confusion in reader's mind. It makes correspondence very unclear. That is why clarity is very much important. Let us look an example of general and specific statements. Please send the goods as early as possible. Here the phrase as early as possible is very general. It doesn't give the concrete meaning. Instead of that, one should write, please send the goods within 10 days. Here the clarity is maintained. In the second sentence, the clarity is maintained within the 10 days. The exact duration is given. Next example, we shall give you a generous discount. Generous discount can be a 30%, 20%, 50%. What is the percentage of discount? The exact percentage of discount should be mentioned to maintain clarity, and that makes a correspondence very effective, and that is a very essential part in making a business correspondence effective. Don't use long phrases, complex words. Have short construction of sentences. Have short construction of words. Words should be very much, used in a simple way. Let us see another examples. Enclosed, please find sounds very long. The phrase is quite long. Instead of that, you can just say we enclose. Another phrase, your esteemed favor. Instead of writing your esteemed favor, you can write your letter. Your good selves. Instead of writing your good selves, you can just write a word that is you. Instead of writing instant, proximo, ultimo, these technical words, you can just mention the name of months to make letter more clear. Such long words, such long sentences makes letter very unclear. That is